Hi, my name's David, and I'm going to show you how to set up a cafe or restaurant in Deskera Books. Now we're going to click on Books. After that, we're going to click on Set Up Your Company. Inside here, I can update the company name. So, for example, I can say Cafe Private Limited. I can choose which country you're from. So, for example, United States of America. I can choose which currency I want to use. I can change the financial year start date, and I can update the book beginning date. So, for example, May 1st. Now we're going to click Next. Inside here it asks, what does your business deal with? Does it provide services, digital products, or does it have inventory? So for our cafe and restaurant, we're going to click the checkbox for inventory. Next, we're going to activate multiple warehouses. The reason for this is that your cafe or restaurant may have multiple locations, and you may want to keep track of the inventory levels for each location. We're also going to enable pick, pack, ship because maybe you are also sending out food to customers as well. After that, we can click All Set. Now we're at the Let's Get Started screen. This screen will let you create your first invoice, create your first expense, import your data, or connect to bank. So first we're going to import your data by clicking here, and then we're going to import our contacts by clicking Contacts and clicking Import Data. Inside here, we can download the sample file by clicking Download Sample File. After that, we can open it up and fill in the information. Now we're in the Import Contact template. But what is a contact? A contact can be a vendor or a customer. A contact is determined whether it's a vendor or customer based upon the transactions associated with it. For example, if a contact creates a buy transaction, such as a bill, it will become a vendor. If a contact uses a sell transaction, like an invoice, it will become a customer. And if a contact uses both a buy and sell transactions, it will become both a customer and a vendor. Now let's look at the different fields that need to be filled in for the Import Contact template. We have contact name, currency, email address. We have receivable account, payable account, and payment terms. You will need to fill in the address, for example, the billing address, as well as the shipping address. You will also need to input the tax number, if applicable, and is tax exempt, whether it's true or false, and the reason why it's exempt. After everything's filled in correctly, you can save the document, and then we'll go back to Deskera to import it. Inside here, I can click the Browse button to select my file, or I can just drag my file into the screen and drag and drop it. You can now see my file has been uploaded, and I can click Next. You can see all the information is auto-mapped, and I can click Next. Now I can decide my import options. Add new records, update existing records, add new and update existing records. So this is my option. So for example, if I want to update it, I can just click Update. If I want to add new, I can add new. If I want to add new and update, I can click this as well. I can reject duplicates or import duplicates. And I can choose, do I want to reject the entire row, reject invalid values but import the row, or add the values in the dropdown. After I've decided everything looks good, I can click Submit. If something does not look correct, I can actually click on this and change it directly on the screen. The file has been uploaded. Check the import log for more details. So now if I click on Contacts, I should be able to see my contacts. Next, let's click Import Your Data, and let's click Products, and let's click Import Data. We're going to first go with tracked and non-tracked products, and we're going to click Next, and we're going to download the sample file. We're now in the product import template. For this template, we are using non-tracked and tracked products. Non-tracked products, you can think of it some like services. So for example, certified public accountant, electrician, aircon repair. You can also think of it as products that you don't want to keep track of. So maybe your printing paper, pens, pencils, and other items like that. We also have tracked products, though these are the products that will keep track of your inventory, like cookies, soda, coffee, where you actually want to see how much stock you have on hand. Now let's look at the fields inside our product import template. We have sequence code. So you can input your sequence code number here, or you can leave it blank. If you leave it blank, the system will automatically populate it. We have our product name, product type. Is it a tracked product or a non-tracked product? Our product description, a barcode. So you can input the barcode number here for scanning purposes from our mobile app. Your purchase account name, purchase price, sales account name, sales price. Is it taxable? Your unit of measurement, opening quantity, and our opening valuation. So what is opening quantity and opening valuation? So in the beginning, you saw us put in our book beginning date. All stock before that book beginning date will be put in our opening quantity and your opening valuation. The opening valuation is the total amount, the total value of your opening quantity. So for example, if I have 3 pieces of cookies, I can put in the opening valuation as $3 and maybe 45 cents. So what does this $3.45 mean? These $3.45 is the total amount of this opening quantity. So the 3 pieces equals the $3.45. We, of course, have our cost of goods sold account, our inventory account, our stock adjustment account. We can select our warehouse, which can be your pantry. You can put in your purchase return account and your sales return account. If everything looks good, you can click Save. Inside here, we can just drag and drop the file. We can also click Browse and then select the file and click Open, and the file will appear here. So we have 2 options, just drag and drop or click Browse. After that, let's click Next. You can see all the fields have auto-mapped. I click Next. Inside here, we have the same options like we did when we were importing contact. We can add new records, update existing records, add new and update existing records. We can reject the duplicates, import the duplicate rows, reject the entire row, reject the invalid value, but import the row, and also add the value in the drop-down. So these are our choices here. We can select it. Then after that, if everything looks good, I can click Submit. If I see something on the screen that needs to be changed, I can just go and change it directly. I don't have to go and update the template. Then I click Submit. The file has been uploaded. Please check the import log for more details. So if I go click on the product, I should be able to see all my products here. Next, let's click on Import Your Data. Click on Products and click Import Data. And this time, let's choose Bill of Materials or BOM products. Let's click Next and let's download a sample file. And let's open it. Now we're in the Bill of Material import template. So what is a bill of material? A bill of material is a product that has many components that are assembled together with additional costs in order to create a final product. So for example, in this sheet, we're using chicken soup. So you can see chicken soup here. And then we are importing garlic, carrots, chicken breast, chicken broth, noodles, pepper in order to create this chicken soup. We also have additional costs like labor charge, assembly costs, and other stuff to add as well. So now let's go through the fields. So inside here we have sequence codes, and you can input your own sequence code or you can have our system auto-generate it. Our product name, our product type. For this import, it'll always be bill of materials, our barcode, our product description, our sales price, purchase account, sales account. Is it taxable? Our unit of measurement, our opening quantity, opening valuation, cost of goods sold account, inventory account, stock adjustment account, and manufacturing account. We also can select our warehouse, so you can also think of it as a pantry, our components, component product quantity, additional cost amount, sales return, and purchase return account. Now I am going to delete this because it's not meant to be here. I was just using it so that you can see what these product components mean. After everything looks good, I can press Save. Next, we can drag and drop the file right into here, or we can click Browse, select the file, and click Open. Let's click Next. Inside here, I can see all the information is auto-mapped, and then I can click Next. And just like the others, you have the same import options in case of duplicate records and in case of invalid values. I can check here and see if the information looks correct. And the key thing here is if you see an error and you don't see it on this line up here, you should click here. This will expand the bill of material, and then I can see my components, my component product quantity, any additional cost, and the amount. If everything looks good, I can click submit, and it's successfully imported. Now let's view the import log. So let's click on settings, and let's click on import log here. So this is where you can see all your imported products, your imported files like your products, your bill of materials, my contacts, and I can see the original file here, or I can download the imported file. If you have any issues, there will be a red file here where you can download and see what you need to update. Next, let's go to settings, let's go to organization profile, and let's click the pencil icon. Inside, here's where you can set up your organization details. So for example, you can change your date format. Under finances, you can see your financial start date, book beginning date, reporting currency. Number of decimal places. So if you need more than 2, this is where you can select it. Please take note, if you go to 4, you cannot go back to 3 or 2. So remember, if you go up, you can go up, but if you want to go back down, you cannot go back down. Number formatting, so if you need to change it, this is where it is. You can enable multi-currency. So for example, if I want to enable Canadian dollar, I can do that and save. And then compliance. So each country will have a different compliance. So this is, for example, the US. So this is where you can activate I don't collect taxes. You can put in your tax ID and the states where you do collect taxes. But each country is different, and we have different videos on different statutory compliances. You can check them out on YouTube. Inside here, we can put in the address. And I can select the state here. And then I can update it. And then I can click yes. And the information has been updated. Next, let's go to warehouse. And inside here, we can actually click on the 3 dots and edit it. So our primary warehouse, and we can change it. So for example, if I want to call it LA Pantry, I can do that. I can add any address if I want to, and I can save it. If I want to add in a new warehouse, I can click Add Warehouse. I can type in the warehouse name, for example, Fresno Pantry. Again, I can update the address, city, state, zip code, and country, and I can save. Now, I just want to quickly go to Products and create a new product. Inside here, I can input the name. So, for example, MILK or milk. We can see all our accounting information and update accordingly. We can go to Inventory and update this information. The key thing I want to mention is Enable Advanced Tracking. Inside here, we have batch tracking and serial number tracking. So what's the key thing about batch tracking is that inside here, it has an expiry date. So, for example, like milk, there's a date where your milk expires. And after it expires, you have to throw it away. It also will tell you if you're consuming it or not. I mean, if you're throwing away your milk all the time, maybe you're buying too much milk. So that way you can keep track of it, make sure that if it expires, you don't serve it to any customers and nobody gets sick. Now let's just save this. And let's go to accounting. Under accounting, let's go to opening balances. This is where you can update your opening balances for your accounts, inventory, and contacts. Now let's go to apps. Inside here, you can see we connect to multiple apps, such as different payment gateways like Veeam, PayPal, Stripe, Wise. And we also have our stock transfer and our stock adjustments here as well. And we also have our fixed assets. We also connect to Integrately, Pabbly, Zapier, and Integromat. So this allows you to connect to other applications to Deskera. So that way, if you want to integrate with something, you can check these out and see if they connect to your software that you want to connect to Deskera with. Next, let's go to Books. And let's click on Reports. Inside here, I just want to show you some inventory reports. So you can see your stock availability report. So I can see my stock here. And I can see my warehouse, the available quantity. Is this my primary warehouse? And the address of the warehouse. I can see my stock ledger report. So this is the stock in and stock out. So I can see what's moving. I can see my stock aging report, so I can see 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So the food should be moving quite quickly. But again, you may have other items that may be aging. And that was a quick look at how to set up a restaurant or cafe in Deskera Books.